Hey everyone, I'm inside FIFA 22 and here I'm going to show you an area called Trainer which you can find in your pause settings, and it helps you kind of learn additional things about the game, and you can, there's quite a lot of stuff here. So we're going to just give an example first. I'm just going to show you something that I've got on already, and you can see I've got lots of information on the player here showing different stuff. So, oops, just done a foul there. But you can see it's giving me some hints what to do. So LB to change the player, RT to tackle, and L to sprint. Well, that's a good shot. Ground pass, etc. like that. So what's going on here, and how do I change how this is? Because there's lots of different things you can change in this trainer mode that you may find useful, particularly when you're starting out learning the game and all the different buttons. So let's have a little look. So trainer. First thing you can do obviously is hide it. If you don't want it on at all, you can turn it off. But if you want it on, there's different modes. There's movement, there's mechanics, movement and buttons. And then you've got these different things. Buttons can be on auto or different levels to learn different things. So let's just stick with auto first. The first thing I'll show you is just purely movement. So this is just a very gentle hint on direction that your player's moving. Can you see that little arrow below the main indicator? It's just giving you a little idea where your control stick is going to affect the movement of the player. So as I move here, I quite like this one because it's just giving you that hint of where your stick is positioned, so you can think about where your pass is going and is it going in the right direction. So it's quite a nice little indicator to give you there. So particularly like when you're going to run in a through ball or a cross, just to make sure you're kind of pointing it in the right direction that you want to go to. That was actually a rubbish through ball, but you get the idea anyway. So that's just this little movement indicator sort of added to the main indicator of what player you're on to. So what else have we got? If we go into the trainer, we've got mechanics. So this takes things a little deeper for when you've got passing going on and other stuff in there. Oh man, they scored. I'm going to have to sort that out now. This is the trouble when I'm just gassing away. So what I get now is this kind of like big long mode here, which kind of helps me figure out where I'm going to pass to as I press the button. Now this sort of comes into play as you press the pass button. So the longer you hold it down, the more it will sort of hold in place like this. But that's obviously there was just a mess what I did. But it's kind of helping me figure out where the ball's going to go, and I can sort of work with it. But it's obviously very distracting. But I think it's a good training mode just to learn how to pass the ball and make sure it's going where it is. And then once you're happy with that, kind of the movements that you need to use, you can turn it off again. Let's go back to trainer and try a different one. So movement and buttons. So if you leave this on standard, I think this might be on when you start the game anyway, but you can see this gets extremely distracting because it's adding so much information. And again, you're not going to want this on all the time, but particularly when you just start out in the game and you want to know, man, what button should I be pressing? It gives you some good hints here. So let's see if we can do something good here. So it's saying try the through pass. Oh, has he got the pace to go past him? Not really. So it's saying B to tackle, hold R1, RT to sprint. So it's just giving me those hints what I should be doing. And some of these you may find are too basic for you. So what you can do instead is cycle through some more complicated ones, and it's a little bit trial and oh man, that through ball was rubbish. And it's a bit trial and error which ones are going to make the most amount of sense. But this is the auto mode, just trying to teach you, the key fundamental ones. But if we just have another look at it, you can flick that to manual and then go through different levels. So for example, I don't know, let's go level 3, see what that gives us. So it's given me these new ones here. So like lob through pass, which is, one of my favorite moves to do, and maybe you don't know that one, but it kind of puts the through ball up in the air and tries to bang it over the other players. So it's quite a nice one to learn. Now it's added that sliding tackle as an option. So, and I've also got this driven ground pass, which again is one I like a lot. It's just a really fast pass, which we'll try and do now. So we'll just do here. So we go, oh cool, that one. And you see, as we do it, it's not actually doing it that fast now. There you go. So nice and quick there. So it's just a way of learning buttons that maybe you didn't really know. So you can see, okay, I know those ones now. Let's flick to a different one. So I don't know. Let's try that one and see what that gives us. So now it's saying pass and go. So it's I suppose it's up in the the flashiness of what things it's trying to teach you. So we've got pass and go. So that's quite nice actually. I didn't even know that one. It's making the player run forwards after he's done the thing, and now it's trying to hint me with fake shots and things. So it's trying to help me up my game by going through those levels. So it looks like the higher that level, the more interesting stuff there you've got. So we've got running jockey there. It's hold and that for the running jockey. Teammate contain, you can hit R button, that sort of thing. So it's quite useful. And then what else have we got? I think that's it, isn't it? So we went through movement, went through mechanics, went through that. Yeah, that's it. Just one thing, which one was it on? That one, mechanics. You do have the ability to override things. Yes, I knew there was something I forgot. And you can see there's one that's grayed out, shooting mechanics indicator. And that, I believe, comes into as long as you've got another mode set that you will see that shooting mechanics, which I typically focus on another one, on another video on here, but I'll show you it here as well. Inside the settings, you need to go to game settings and then right trigger over to visual. And it's one of these, I think I think it's indicator you put it on. We'll try it. And then this should give us a little option above the player. So you see the player bars disappeared down the bottom left, but what we should now get is a little indicator above the player which will show us the strength of a pass. I've actually got that movement indicator on, which is very distracting, so I'm going to just turn that off. So we'll just hide that just so you can see the difference now. Get that ball back. There you go. So you get a little highlight of the player name, and then you get this kind of little power bar, which is really cool. So that's the other one, but because there's that area of the HUD, that's why it was grayed out, because you need to actually have that activated for it to be able to show that little power bar as well. So it's kind of a little bonus there. You don't have to watch one of my other videos to see that one there. And that's it really. So let me know what you think about the trainer. Is it something that you use? Did you even know that it was there? What's your favourite sort of tip it's got? What favourite mode do you like on it if you do use it? Did it bring on your game or not? Love to know in the comments. I'll try and reply to all my comments. So give me something constructive or just a little thanks. I'll give you one back. Yeah, if you like this sort of stuff, have a little look at the rest of my channel. I've got all sorts of tutorials on FIFA. I'm trying to do as many as I can that will help you in the game. If there's anything you're struggling with, let me know and I'll do my best to help. I'm not an expert on it by any means, but there's a lot of little things I'm discovering as I'm playing the game that I think are useful to other players. Little beauties that are hidden away in the interface that are cool to know. So it's worth having a little look through my FIFA 22 playlist and just see if there's anything there that's useful to you that you may not know about FIFA 22 at the minute. If you like what you see, please subscribe to my channel. That's much appreciated. And thanks so much.